another healthy keto eating show. I've done it again. Come out with another interesting meal. I turned keto Frito pie. Some of you will know what that is. Some of you won't. I know because I have a stepdad that is Mexican, and I guess that's how they eat it. But what it is it's Fritos, and then you do, like most people would do, like a can of the chili, the Hormel chili, and add that over the Fritos, and then you add in hot dogs with it, and then some people do sour cream and cheese. I don't have the hot dogs in mine, and of course I haven't used a can of chili because you can't have that on keto. But what I did here is, first off, I've used the lavish Joseph bread, which is 9 carbs for a half of it, but the dietary is 4. So it's 5 carbs for half of this. This total meal here is 9 carbs total. Now remember, I'm doing alternate day fasting, so I can eat more carbs in one sitting. If you do more than 1 carbs in one sitting, are eating more than 1 meal a day, and not doing the alternate day fasting or 1 meal a day, you want to keep the carb around 6 in one sitting. But this one here, because I'm alternate day fasting, so those of you doing 1 meal a day or alternate day fasting could definitely have these, or do this for like a dirty keto day, okay? Or just make sure that your carbs are pretty low if you're going to do this. So for half of it, it's around 5 carbs. And what I did is I've got a slideshow at the end, but I've made these into Fritos, into the oven. I put the olive oil on them. I put oregano on it. I did pink salt and a little bit of pepper, and I cut them into Frito shapes first after I put the oil and everything. If you see that, before I did the oil, everything on it, and then I used a pizza slicer, sliced them all down, one way and then the other way, and made them into Fritos. Yum. So that's how I did it with this. Now I made 1 bread into 2 servings. This is 2 servings that I'm doing for my husband and I. And then I preheat the oven to 350 because we're going to bake these. And I did them for just 8 minutes, okay? I cooked up the hamburger. The hamburger, I don't do a lot of seasoning because seasonings have carbs. So I watch all the carb. But what I used was onion and garlic powder, chili powder, and cayenne pepper. And I seasoned up my beef to make it taste more like chili, because you want like a chili taste for your hamburger. And then I put it over my Fritos that I made. Yum. Put them over my Fritos. And then I added not quite a 4th cup of cheese, about 2 tablespoons, and 1 serving of the sour cream. And I just did mine. Let me show you up close here. Just kind of squirted it around. But there's the Fritos. Look, it's got the Fritos. It's got the meat on top. And then the cheese and the sour cream. Frito pie. And like I said, some of you will know what that means. Some of you won't. But that's what it is. It's just Fritos done with chili, a can of chili, and then hot dogs mixed through it. I ran out of hot dogs a couple of days ago. I forgot to pick some up because I did want to add the hot dogs in too and cook it in with the hamburger and everything so you get the true Frito pie, but you guys can add that yourself. Now this would definitely be a heavier fat because of the olive oil, the hamburger, the cheese, the sour cream, and if you have the hot dogs in. But again, I'm alternate day fasting. If you're doing a dirty keto day, you could do that. If you're doing 1 meal a day, you could do that. That would be okay. If you want to make it lower fat, you would do turkey hot dogs, or don't do any hot dogs at all, like I'm doing here, and you would do ground turkey. You could do ground turkey in place of this hamburger, and then you could do light sour cream, light cheese. And then, of course, you still have to do the Fritos the same way with the olive oil. But that would make it a lot less fat for you guys. But I'm just excited. I came up with another new idea because my dad the other day was having Frito pie. And I thought, you know what? I know I can turn that into keto. I know I can. And I did it. I did it right here. So I don't have the hot dogs, but like I said, it's still. And of course, when you do a can of chili, it's got all the chili, the liquid and everything mixed with it. But this is still going to taste amazing. Just drinking a Powerade Zero. It's about 6:30 to 7 o'clock, so I still have time before 8, before I go to bed, to get a little bit more calories in because I do around 2,200 on my alternate day fasting. So I've got time. I'm going to eat this, and then I'll have something pretty fattening a little bit later. I'll do something a little bit, maybe one of the fat bombs or something like that, just to get the last of my fat in. Or I'll do a coffee bomb with the butter and the MCT oil. That'll get the rest of my calories in. But oh my gosh, you guys, we have got to try a bite of this. I have not had Frito pie in so long, of course, because I'm keto. Look at that. There's the Fritos. It looks like real Fritos. And when you do this lavish bread with the oregano and salt and pepper. My mom one day when I made this, when I wasn't doing keto, but I made these a while back, my mom tried them one time. They were bigger ones. I made them bigger. She's like, God, those kind of taste like a Frito. So all of a sudden when I'm watching him eat Frito pie the other day, I thought, oh my gosh, I can make those. I can make the Fritos. I can do the lavish bread and make them. Oh my God. Oh, I knew that was going to be good. Oh my gosh, that is really good. The meat's seasoned so good. Like I said, I don't do a lot of seasoning. I don't do it heavy because seasonings all have carbs. They say 0, but they all have carbs, especially when you go over and add a lot. So I'm very cautious, and I count it as a carb. So I counted the seasoning as a carb, and with everything else, there's 9 carbs here in this one particular serving. My husband's would be 9 carbs. Again, I am alternate day fasting, so it's okay for me to have the 9 carbs in one sitting. I still only do 20, and you know, in the whole day, in an alternate day, I only do 20 carbs a day. But I literally am only at, I think, 4 carbs for the day. Like I was eating just basically meat today, like eggs and bacon, like basically just meat. So I really didn't do hardly any carbs. So this is fine for me. I'm keeping it under 20. But oh my gosh, this is delicious. I love the lavish bread. Love the idea. Love these, you know, you can just make these as little Fritos too. But go ahead if you want to, if you're doing the alternate day or you're doing 1 meal a day or you're in maintenance mode. Do it with the hot dogs and everything. Really dice it up. That is good. Of course, you're never going to get things identical when you're doing keto because we're trying to recreate these meals. But this one is good. It is so yummy. The only difference is you don't get that liquid from the can of chili, which would have the chili in it. Okay? Another way you could do this is my brother does make a homemade chili. I think I might have done it on my channel and told you guys about it. I don't know. I'm going to do a homemade chili, or even Monica, my good friend Monica, she makes a homemade chili. So you could do it that way. I could have added in, I think she does like hot sauce and a few things that she adds to it to make it more of a chili. Okay, I'm gonna get her recipe and see how she does it, or make a homemade chili myself, and then you'd really have chili going over these chips. But tonight, I just wanted to keep it simple, but still have like a Frito pie, and yeah, do it like this. But like I said, you can definitely make it into a chili. She does a chili, and I can't remember all that she uses to get it to be like a chili, because hers looks just like a chili, and my brother has done a keto chili. I need to do one for my channel. But anyways, that's what I would have done. I would have cooked the hamburger up. I would have made it into a chili. I would have done it the way you're supposed to do it and then poured it over this. So maybe another day I'll make it again and I'll pour it the right way. But this is still so good to me with over the hamburger like that with the chili seasoning and all that. So yummy. I love the crunch. But yeah, I do wish that I would have looked up Monica's recipe real quick, because I think her chili recipe is pretty easy. So that the hamburger would be more of a chili, you know, over these Fritos. Keto Fritos, remember that. I made these homemade. But somebody might like it just the way I made it here, you know. But yeah, I should have looked up Monica's recipe because I think her recipe is pretty simple. She does keto chili a lot. That's why I don't know why I didn't think to do that. I think because I got so flustered because I didn't have the hot dogs. I thought, okay, I don't have the hot dogs. Like, there's another thing missing out of here. So I think I completely forgot. But yes, next time we'll do it and make chili over it. And I'll tell you guys how I did it. And I won't even do a video. I'll just do like a slideshow showing how to make it. I would believe it would be a little bit more carb. Maybe not. It just depends on what she puts in her chili. So. It's just so good. I don't even care. It doesn't have to be a chili. It tastes so good to me. So, how's everyone doing? Hope everyone is sticking to their keto or their alternate day fasting with me or their 1 meal a day. Hope you guys are losing weight. Hope you understand that the ketogenic is 3 forms of a way of life. It's for losing, gaining, and maintaining. So everybody is going to be a different macro. Not everybody is going to follow the same fat macro. You're all going to be different protein. You're all going to be the same carb though. We're all going to be 20 carb or less. But when trying to lose weight, the high fat part starts with your body. You're going to use your body as your high fat source. So you're going to keep your fats as low as possible. You can still have the cream cheese, the sour cream, the mayo, all of that, but you're going to keep it light. You're going to keep low lean meats. You're not going to cook with oils and butters and all of that. In the beginning, you're going to do nonstick pans. Somebody mentioned air fryer. You're going to cook your foods in an air fryer to save on fat. That's what you're going to do, and you're going to use your body fat as your high fat source. And I was taught this professionally, okay? I have a keto doctor, 2 keto nutritionists, and my brother who does this as a job. I was taught the right way how to do it. Not everybody is going to follow the same macro. Like I said before, why would somebody obese eat the same amount of fat that a skinny person eats? It doesn't make any sense. Now, I'm going to eat high fat. When I get all the fat off my body, I then will consume more. Right now, I'm consuming more because I alternate day fast, and I'm almost pretty much to my goal. I'm trying to get to the 120s, and I'm just pounds away. So I'm almost to my goal. I'm a 23 BMI, so I'm fine. I am not overweight or anything, so I could up those fats, but I'm still lowering because I still do have a little bit of fat on my body, and so I'm using my body fat when I do more than 1 meal a day, but right now I'm alternate day fasting, so I can have the heavier fat. And that's what you're going to do when you get skinny. You're going to eat good fats, nuts, avocado, olive oil, coconut oil, MCT oil, eggs, cheese, butter. You're going to be doing all those things. Good, healthy red meats. That's what you're going to eat when you get to goal weight. But before that, you're going to keep it with low lean meats and everything low, okay? You want to keep the fat low as possible, and you want to keep the carb at 20 always. That's always going to be that, even when you're in maintenance mode, 20 or less, so you can stay in that state of ketosis, which is just a big word for fat burning mode. You'll always be burning your fat for fuel. So, and then when you get to like maintenance mode, like I'm teaching you, that's where you're going to up all the fats. And so then you would eat 70% fat, so around 120, 130 grams of fat a day. And then if you're trying to gain weight, you're going to do around 150 to 200 grams a day to gain weight. My nephew did it to gain weight. He was underweight, and he did it to gain weight. Okay, so not everybody's going to be the same macro. I know a lot of people believe, and they get taught the wrong way, that everybody eats 70%, but that doesn't make any sense. And that's why people are stalling, not losing. They're not getting their weight off. They get some of it off, and then they stall forever. If you're very obese, you're going to lose it real fast. Probably the first 100 pounds right away, and the rest is going to take forever to come off of you, because the body wants to use the natural way. It's fat on the body. It wants to eat its own fat. When you add fat in, it has to burn that fat off. So by the time it gets to your fat to burn your fat, you're eating again. Make sense? Okay, so use your body fat. I have done this for almost 4 years. I lost all my weight in the first 15 months. I lost 150 pounds. Now I'm over 160 pounds. After I had lost the weight, I went into maintenance for almost 2 years, and now I've been, for like the last 9 months or so, I've been trying to do different things to get into the 120s. Now I hit 139, maintenance out at that, thought that was great, stayed at 139 to 142, was pretty happy there for almost 2 years. But then I decided I want to go lower, because for my frame, my body at 5 foot, 3.5 to 5'4", I should be around 118 to 128. So I decided I want to be around 125. That's what I'd like to be. That's not even going too low, because I can be as low as 118. So I've been working on that to try to get down. I've done the egg fasting. I showed you guys. I've done the 1 meal a day. Now I'm doing the alternate day fasting, and I love it. At 8 o'clock tonight, I will stop eating, and I won't eat again. Today is Thursday. I will eat until 8 o'clock tonight. I eat in an 8-hour window. So I will eat until 8 o'clock tonight, and then I won't eat again until Saturday at noon, which gives me 40 hours fasting. I hit autophagy. I feel amazing. I love it. And then I get to maintenance eat in that 8 hours. From noon to 8 that day, I get to eat really good for 8 hours, 22 to 2,500 calories. That's my maintenance eating. Everybody is different. You got to figure out what your maintenance eating is. If you eat too much, you won't lose. If you eat under, you're going to ruin your metabolism. So make sure you maintenance eat and find what's, you can look that up. Look up what your age is and what would be a maintenance eating for you on ketogenic. So that's what you do. Well, mine is 22 to around 2,500. That I can do and maintain, because I exercise now too. On my days that I fast, I walk 45 minutes, and I do resistant on the days that I'm eating. I do 30-minute workout. I was going to say 25 minutes, but I've upped it to 30 minutes. I do a 30-minute workout. So now I can even eat more. I was doing around 2,000 to 22, but now I can do 22 to 2,500. Okay? And if you do exercise, you'll be able to do that too. But that's why I can eat heavier, plus I'm almost to goal. So, all right. If you are just starting off, please understand that high fat does not mean food if you have fat on your body. And I was taught that professionally. You can look it up. You can study it, get the true facts on it, and you're going to find out that high fat starts with the fat that's on your body. I've shown in many videos, even like clips of sayings. You're not going to lose if you're not using your body fat, okay? And you're going to say, well, there's many that have lost. Sure. But they will never get to goal, never, without lowering those calories, lowering the fat, and using their body fat. If you're very obese, you could just cut out pop and lose weight, okay? Anybody can lose weight in the beginning, doing anything, so especially ketogenic. You do that, sure, you're going to drop, especially if you're very obese, like I was. Although I used my body fat, and I got it off quick in 15 months. But there are people that are like 4 years in, and they're still not getting all the weight off, and they don't understand, and because they haven't met me, or all of a sudden they'll come along and they'll meet me and say, I never knew it was that way. Now the weight's flying off of them. They feel amazing, and they're all getting to goal weight. So that's what you want to do. You want to make sure that you use your body fat as your high fat source. I cannot stress that enough. And it makes sense. Why would anybody think that a skinny person and an obese person would follow the same fat macro? And macros are your fat, your protein, your carb. Protein's going to be half your body weight for everybody, half your current body weight in grams. Fat's going to be, if you have the fat, you're going to use the fat on your body, and you're going to eat lower fat, and carb is always going to be 20 or less. If you are skinny, you're going to eat high fats, then that's what you're going to do, 70%. That's what they teach. But yeah, why would a skinny person and a fat person both eat 70%, 70% fat grams? Why would you do that? Why? It doesn't even make any sense. Like a baby would understand that. And I was taught that professionally, and it completely made sense to me that my body fat would be my energy source. Okay. And I've been doing it now almost 4 years. I feel amazing. I even have a heart condition that I developed 21 years ago, and here I sit off 18 medications from that. I was told I had the heart of an 83-year-old, and here I sit with a heart just almost as good as yours. It still has, a little bit of function off a little bit, but so much better than it was before. And if I can do it and lower the fat, use my body fat and all of that, I'm telling you guys, I'm telling you the truth. I would never steer you wrong because I was taught professionally about that. So use your body fat, everybody. Use your body fat and eat as low fat as possible till you get to goal. As you're going down, you'll be able to up that fat a little bit as you go down in weight. You will up the fat a little bit as you go, because it's going to be, the protein's going to be a little bit higher than your current body weight. And fat's going to be way down here. And you're going to slowly be doing this. This is what's going to happen. The fat's going to be increasing. The protein's going to be decreasing, because the protein only has to be half your body weight. But in the beginning, to get the calorie deficit you want the protein up a little bit, because you want to keep that fat down. But then you're going to be doing this. This is what's going to happen. Then the protein's going to be half your body weight. If you're like me, I eat around 60 to 65 grams a day. That's all I need. But in the beginning, I needed to eat 150 grams. Okay? So now I'm around 60, and now my fat grams are way up there now, because now I don't have a lot of body fat. It makes sense. So, but just study yourself. Like I said, everybody study and learn theirself. And I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I have new subscribers all the time, so I want to explain that. So, and this here, like I said, is Frito pie. It's a form of Frito pie. I wish I would have made the hamburger into a chili. I don't know why I didn't think about that. I mean, I put the chili seasoning and everything, but there is a way to make it wet like a chili. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Probably could have added a little bit of water, some hot sauce, chili seasonings that I was using, or the chili powder, not seasoning, because seasoning would have a lot of carb. A chili powder, a cayenne pepper. So like that would have made it more into a chili, but this is still delicious. I know a lot of people are going to come at me and say, why didn't you do a keto chili over those Fritos? It's still really good like this. And you can make it that way. Still in my outfit of the day here. I took off the scarf and everything, but you guys would have already seen the outfit. So normally I take it off if I'm doing a video, but I just left it on because you guys get this after. So, after you see the outfit of the day. So I could keep it on. Love the way it turned out. My nephew, he's the one that did all the recording for me. The catwalk and the pictures. He did a great job. 12 years old. Maybe he's going to be a little photographer. But yeah, oh, you guys, I will be live tomorrow. You guys are getting this today. Of course, today is Thursday for me, but when you get this, it's Thursday for, okay, we'll start over again. It's Thursday right now, but when you get this, it will be Saturday for you guys. When you get this, I will be live Sunday. Sunday at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Sorry I missed last week, but a personal family issue came up, but I promise you I'll be in on Sunday for you guys. So it's going to be interesting because it's been 2 weeks since I talked to anybody. I'm excited to hear what everybody lost. I'm excited to hear how everybody's doing. And it's always fun to come in and, you know, get those questions ready for me. Come in and answer those questions. And God, these chips are so good. They taste like a real Frito. It's so weird. Again, you'll get the whole slideshow, how to make it and everything. So, but I'm just excited to come in and see what you guys have to, you know, ask me this week and how well everybody's doing. I'm excited to know how Ruthie is doing, how much more she's lost. That girl is on fire. Yeah, this just made it a little bit more dry, you know. Would have been wet over the chips if I would have done it more of a chili. I don't, kind of ashamed of myself. But this still is really good. Still really, really, really good. Monica, help me. Tell me what your chili recipe is. I know she watches these videos. Tell me what your chili recipe is so I can make this Frito pie the correct way. But I'm still going to load this video just the way it is. I'm still going to call it Frito pie, Frito style, because it's still meat. It's still Fritos. It's still chili seasoning. It's still cheese and sour cream. So, to me, it's still Frito pie. Mmm. Yum. So I always, you know, ask how you guys are doing and stuff, and I sometimes forget. What are you eating with me? Tell me down below what you guys are eating, and I hope it's keto. Maybe you're eating one of my recipes. I have people tell me that I can't wait for this cookbook to come out. You wouldn't believe how hard it is to write a cookbook. I know I've got all my recipes, but to get it in order the right way, you want to write it the right way. You got to write how to make it, you know, the ingredients, and then how to make it, and then you want to explain how to lower it for people. And I want to have my journey in there, part of my journey in there. I want my keto treats in there. It takes time to do that. I'll tell you what, it doesn't happen overnight. Yum. Nice bite. I feel satisfied because my dad had Frito pie the other day and I wanted it so bad and I just got to have it with no guilt. That was what I would do different though. I'd figure out a keto recipe for chili. Monica's got a great one. If you don't know Monica, I will link her email down below. It's Team Dave and Mon. I'll link it down below. She's got a keto recipe. My brother Rob has one. I'll have to find out his too. Make it into a chili first, then pour it over your Frito chips you make in the oven, and then your sour cream and cheese. That's what I would do differently. So it would be more, and then you can also add the hot dog in too, just one hot dog on each plate. And try to find the lowest carb hot dogs. They do make ones, I think, at Aldi's that are 2. Try to find the 1 or 2, you know, carb hot dogs because you don't want to add too much more carb to this. And then when you make the hamburger, once the hamburger is cooked and made into a chili, then cut up your hot dog and throw the hot dog into it too. And then when you pour it all together, it'd be great. And then pour it over your Fritos. That's what I would do different, and I'm going to next time I'm going to make it. But I am going to still give this video to you guys because I just told you how to make it more of a Frito pie. So I hope all of you guys are doing well. I can't wait to have you guys in tomorrow for my live. I love you guys very much. Everybody take care. God bless, and I will see each and every one of you hopefully tomorrow and in my next video. Love you guys, and good night. And always remember, you knew that was coming. You knew I wasn't going to just get off with just a... We're going to be doing that again anyways. Always remember, everybody, to keep it keto. All right, for my keto Frito pie, I made this into 2 servings. Here's what you will need. 1 pound of the ground beef, 1 of the flatbread by Joseph's, 2 servings of sour cream, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 2/4 cups of sharp cheddar cheese, always pink salt and pepper. To season the meat to taste like a chili, I used cayenne pepper, chili powder, onion and garlic powder, and for the flatbread, I used oregano, pink salt, and pepper. It gives it that really great Frito taste. Now, let's get the oven preheated to 350. When the Fritos go in, you'll set it for 8 minutes. Let's start to cook our hamburger, but be cautious of your seasonings. They all have carbs, even though they say 0. I did garlic powder, onion powder, chili powder, cayenne pepper, heavily pink salt, and pepper. Cooked it up in a skillet. And then I got my flatbread ready on a flat pan. You're going to add 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And then, of course, oregano, again, lightly because it does have carbs. And then heavily pink salt and a little bit of pepper since pepper has carbs too. Then you're going to take a pizza cutter, cut them long ways, and then go the opposite way, cutting them into Frito shapes. Then let's pop them in the oven for 8 minutes. After both the Fritos are done and the hamburger is cooked, we're going to plate up. I used half the amount of the Fritos and half the amount of the meat for each plate. And then I put on 2 tablespoons of sour cream and a 1/4 cup of cheddar cheese on each. Now, to get more of a chili taste, you could definitely make this more into a chili. Monica, my good friend, makes a chili with like ketchup and hot sauce and different seasonings, but that is definitely going to add more carb. This was already 9 carbs, and I thought it was absolutely delicious and tasted definitely like a Frito pie.